Hi, Bobbie Thomson here with Crochet Guru, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this baby beanie. This baby beanie is crocheted with a basic single crochet stitch with a reverse single crochet trim. This beanie will fit a baby about 0 to 3 months old with a head circumference of 12 to 14 inches. Here are the materials needed to make this beanie: some soft worsted weight yarn, a size H8 hook, this is also a 5mm hook, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, and in this video I'm just using a strand of a different color of yarn for my stitch marker, and I'll show you how to do that. And lastly, don't forget some scissors. Okay, round 1. With color A, start with a magic ring, place 6 single crochets into the ring, and join by using a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Okay, so start out with your magic ring, and if you don't know how to crochet a magic ring, go to my tutorial on how to crochet a magic ring. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this slowly so you can see what I'm doing. And then when you're ready, place 6 single crochets into this ring. Now when you insert your hook into this ring, make sure to crochet over both the ring and the tail end of yarn. So insert your hook into the ring and the tail end of yarn, yarn over, pull through the ring, yarn over again and pull through both loops on your hook, and go ahead and do this 5 more times. So there's your second single crochet. Your third, 4, 5, and 6. And after you place the 6 single crochets into the ring, go ahead and pull the tail end of yarn to close the ring. Now what we're going to do is slip stitch into that first single crochet, and this will close the ring together. So insert your hook into that first stitch, the first single crochet that you made, yarn over your hook, pull through the stitch, and then pull through the loop on your hook, and that will slip stitch your magic ring together. And that's the end of round 1. Okay, in round 2 we're going to place 2 single crochets in each single crochet around, and you should finish with 12 single crochets altogether. Okay, so go ahead and grab your stitch marker and place it under that last slip stitch you just made. Now what I do is I take a different color of yarn and make it about 6 or 7 inches long and use that for my stitch marker. So go ahead and place that under the slip stitch, and that's going to keep track of where you are. So now again, we're going to go ahead and place 2 single crochets in each single crochet around. So when you're ready, go ahead and insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook, and go ahead and do that again into the same stitch. So insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, there should be 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. And there's 2 single crochets into the first stitch. So go ahead and repeat this pattern all the way around. So there's 2 more single crochets into the second stitch, two more into the third stitch, 2 more single crochets into the fourth stitch, two into the fifth stitch. Now I'm going a little bit faster because you should know the pattern by now. And then place your last 2 single crochets into the 6th stitch. Okay, so go ahead and place your last single crochet into the last stitch and make sure you have 12 single crochets, and that's the end of round 2. Okay, so in round 3, we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next single crochet, and then 2 single crochets into the next single crochet. We're going to repeat this 6 times for a total of 18 single crochets around. So starting on round 3, you want to make sure you place your stitch marker under the last single crochet in the last round. And this is how I use my stitch marker. I just keep moving it up. People do it differently, but this is how I use mine. And when you're ready, locate your next stitch, and we're going to place 1 single crochet into this next stitch. Now under the second stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochets. I'm going to go a little bit faster. And I'm going to place 1 single crochet into the third stitch. Into the fourth stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochets. Into the fifth stitch, we're only going to place 1. Into the sixth stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochets. And then just keep following the pattern. So go ahead and just place 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 2 into the next. And what this does is it's just going to expand. It's just going to expand our hat and make it bigger. So 1 single crochet again, 2 more single crochets, one single crochet into the next stitch, and then to the very last stitch we're going to be placing 2 single crochets, and make sure that's right above your stitch marker, and that will be the end of round 3. Okay, moving on to round 4, we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets into the following single crochet. And we're going to repeat this 6 times around for a total of 24 single crochets altogether. Okay, so again, when you're ready, move your stitch marker up and make sure it's underneath the last single crochet that you just made. Okay, so locate your next stitch and remember that we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 single crochets, or into the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the second stitch, and now we're going to place 2 single crochets into the third stitch. And we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. Okay, so to the fourth stitch, we're only going to place 1 single crochet. Into the fifth stitch, we're only going to place 1 single crochet. And then to the sixth stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochets. And just continue with this pattern. So 1, 1, and 2. Then 1, 1, and 2, 1, 1, and 2, 1, 1, and then make sure you end in 2. So you place 2 single crochets in your last stitch above the stitch marker. So 1 and 2 single crochets. And that's the end of round 4. Okay, so in round 5 we're going to single crochet into the next 3 single crochets, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the next single crochet. We're going to repeat that 6 times with a total of 30 single crochets. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do each round twice so that I don't waste your time showing you the entire round over and over again. Just remember that you're going to repeat each round 6 times. Okay, so on the first stitch in round 5, place 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, you're only going to place 1 single crochet. In the third, you're going to only place 1 single crochet. And then in the fourth stitch, you're going to place 2 single crochets. Now you're going to repeat this pattern over and over again. I'm going to show you that one more time. So place 1 single crochet, 1 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, and then 2 into the next stitch. And then just continue repeating this all the way around, and I will meet you back here for round 6. Okay, so in round 6 we're going to single crochet into the next 4 single crochets, then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the next single crochet, and repeat this 6 times with a total of 36 single crochets. Okay, so move your stitch marker up to the next row, and I'm just going to again show you this 2 times, and then just remember to repeat it 6 times all the way around. So in the next stitch, place 1 single crochet, in the second stitch, place 1 single crochet, in the third stitch, place 1 single crochet, and in the fourth stitch, place 1 single crochet, and now in the fifth stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochets. And we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. So again, 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 single crochets, and then just continue to repeat this pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you here again. Okay, moving on to round 7, we're going to single crochet into the next 5 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets into the next single crochet. Repeat this 6 times for a total of 42 single crochets. Okay, so don't forget to move your stitch marker up to the next round. And when you're ready, go ahead and place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet into the second stitch, 1 into the third, 1 into the fourth, 1 into the fifth, and then 2 into the sixth. And then remember to repeat this all the way around. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then place 2 single crochets into the next stitch. And I will meet you back here for round 8. Round 8, we're going to single crochet into the next 6 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets into the next single crochet. We're going to repeat this 6 times for a total of 48 single crochets. Okay, so I'm only going to show you this pattern once in round 8, because by now you should be understanding the pattern. So just place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, 1 into the second, 1 into the third, 1 into the fourth, 1 into the fifth, 1 into the sixth, and then 2 single crochets into the seventh. And remember to repeat this all the way around, and I will meet you back here for rounds 9 through 23. Okay, so in rounds 9 through 23, we're going to single crochet in each single crochet around. Okay, so rounds 9 through 23 are very simple. All we're going to be doing is just placing 1 single crochet in each single crochet around, and that's through all rounds 9 through 23. So I'm just going to show you one round, round number 9, and you're going to continue just crocheting around, and then stop when you finish with round 23. And after you're finished with round 23, I'll meet you back here. But don't forget to move your stitch marker up each round, so that way you don't lose track of your starting and finishing guideline. Now the other thing you'll start to notice is that the hat will actually start to take shape now, and you'll notice that within the next few rounds. And you'll notice that your beanie is starting to take form. Okay, so continue to do this until round 23, and then we'll finish up this beanie and I will show you how to do the trim. Okay, so after you finish with round 23, we're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet and fasten off, leaving a 6 to 8 inch tail for weaving. Okay, so now that you're done with round 23, we're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet. Now the reason we do this is to make the round come together so that you don't have a ledge or a ridge in your beanie. So insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over the hook, pull through the stitch, and then pull through the loop on your hook to slip stitch that together. Okay, so now take your scissors and cut the tail end of the yarn, leaving about 6 to 8 inches so that you can weave that in later on. So now pull the tail end of yarn all the way through the loop on your hook to fasten this off. And this is what your beanie should be looking like right now. Okay, so for the trim of your hat, round 24, we're going to use color B, and we're going to reverse single crochet in each single crochet around, and this will be a total of 48 reverse single crochets when we're finished. Okay, so with the new color, I'm going to tie a slip knot. Now you don't always have to tie a slip knot to change color, but I'm going to do it in this project just because we're going to be doing a reverse single crochet and it's a little bit easier to start with a slip knot. So go ahead and pull the slip knot through the slip stitch, making sure not to pull it all the way through, but just pull the loop through. Now you're going to have your tail ends that you can weave over if you'd like, but I'm going to use a yarn needle at the very end and just sew those into place when I'm done. Okay, so to start this off, yarn over your hook and pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. Now we will not be crocheting forward or in the direction that you are used to. Instead, we'll be crocheting backwards in the opposite direction, and that's why this is called the reverse single crochet. So don't get discouraged, this will take some practice. Okay, so now working backward, insert your hook into the stitch. Now yarn over the hook and pull through the stitch. There should be 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over your hook again and pull through both loops on your hook. And that's your first reverse single crochet. So insert your hook into the backward stitch, yarn over the hook, pull through the stitch. There should be 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over the hook, pull through both loops on your hook, and there's your second reverse single crochet. So just continue doing this. Insert your hook, yarn over the hook, pull through the stitch. There should be 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook. There's your third reverse single crochet. I'm going to show you this one more time. Okay, so I'm going to let you finish round 24 and I'll meet you back here to finish up. Okay, so to finish this up, cut your tail end leaving about 6 to 8 inches. Pull the tail end through the loop and fasten it off. Now what I like to do is I like to take my yarn needle when I'm all finished. So go ahead and thread your yarn needle and then turn your hat inside out, and through the back of the stitch weave your loose ends in and out of those stitches. And I'm going to do that with all 4 of my loose ends. Okay, so this is what your baby beanie should look like when you're all through, and you'll have that nice edge on the bottom. Okay, so to find this pattern, go to the description box below and just click the link. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial and have a great day.